Welcome to the Nikki Rich Show. I'm your host, Miss Nikki Rich, and we are here live with Miss Batista Gremaud. Welcome.
Well, hello. I'm very excited to be here.
It's such an honor to be here with you. I tell you, we have been following you for quite some time, and it was an honor to just even connect and meet with you at the YouTube Spaces. So I'm excited to have you here today, downtown LA at LAC Studios.
Well, yes. So actually, it's true that we met at YouTube Space quite a while back.
Yeah.
Huh? So we've come a long way now.
Yes, and you have been working on so many projects, and today we're going to be discussing the projects you're currently working on, feminine body design, and I know you've been in the gym, and you got some techniques you're going to be giving us, and just a little tips today, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So tell us, how did you get started with fitness?
Well, I was a flamenco dancer and a ballet dancer originally, and when I got in my mid-40s, I ended up having a lot of injuries. And I had tried everything to heal myself, and I wasn't very successful at it. As a matter of fact, I really felt like my life was going down. And so I prayed and I visualized, that something would come into my life to change this predicament. I was a performer, so without my body, I couldn't really do anything. I was out of a job, basically. And just the next day, after making this huge meditation, visualization thing with a bunch of people, my friends, really putting an intention out there, the very next day, I met Dr. Fitness USA. So it was serendipity, what you call, or, it was just meant to be. So for me, it was like a sign. I had prayed for it, and sometimes we want something, we pray for something, and then we expect that thing to come in a certain way, and a lot of times it doesn't really come the way we expect it, and that's kind of what happened to me, because I didn't certainly not expect to, meet like Dr. Fitness USA and then to end up with a husband too, so that was pretty cool. But
those life changing.
Yeah. so that was a double whammy.
And love at first sight.
Well, actually, it wasn't love at first sight because I hired him.
Oh, hired.
Because the conversation that he was telling me, the things that he was telling me about fitness and injuries and fitness for women over 40, because, things change in the woman's body.
I thought you were 20.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind. Just getting younger every day with the body design formula, for sure. But the conversation that he gave me was really intriguing to me, because I had never heard anything like that. Mm-hmm. And since I prayed for it, I figured I better keep my, my narrow thinking or whatever. I wasn't expecting to really for the answer to come in this way. And I figured since I prayed for it, I need to just really move on with that, because there was an answer, that came into my life. So I hired him, mm-hmm. To work with me. So I became a client, and within just a couple of months, really maybe just even a couple of weeks, all my injuries started to heal. Like I remember I had a back problem for like 35 years. Mm-hmm. I had some car accidents in the 80s, and like for the longest time, I had such a bad back problem, and that literally in a couple of weeks, the back problems were gone.
Wow.
Gone. So it was like a miracle that I experienced. So I started researching the method and writing books on the method and the philosophy, because the philosophy is very different. And then, obviously through the process, mm-hmm. we started dating, and then we got married, and now we have a family business.
And a family business, yes. And it's truly amazing to see how that all came to play. And you look great.
Oh, thank you.
And we can see that Dr. Fitness, look, She looks awesome, and we want everybody else. You definitely got to get with Dr. Fitness, and we're going to be talking with him as well. But I'm excited, too, to talk about feminine body design as well. Tell us a little bit about that, because I know you got the book.
Oh, yeah, okay. So what happened is, this is my #1 best-selling book that I wrote, and I actually wrote it by accident, in a way, because we were asked to develop programs for women with endometriosis, okay, which is an autoimmune disorder that actually more younger women have. And I started researching endometriosis. I knew nothing about it. And through my research to develop those programs, I realized that the cause for women health really is very similar for a lot of things that happen in the woman's body. And through the research, I ended up writing this book. And it became a #1 bestseller, so this is very exciting. And this book dispels pretty much the myth about fitness as far as a woman is concerned. Originally, I wrote it for endometriosis, but now it's for all women, just for general health, because there's a lot of misconception in fitness. We go to the gym, we see the women on the treadmill. A lot of women are afraid of lifting weight. And if they do approach the weights, they're afraid to lift too much weight. They think they're going to get bulky, or, there's so many things that women think that are completely, not true. And so this book sort of puts things into perspective in terms of what a woman needs to be healthy. And, we're talking about fitness, we're talking about looking good, but it's more about being healthy, about having a better quality of life, and also about being able to move through the ages with grace and really aging gracefully, because, I know everybody wants the body in 90 days, right? But what do you want to look like in 10 years or in 20 years or, and that's what we do. We educate people to look at the long term,
And I love the fact, too, that not only that, your expertise, in strength training, and you also help people to, not only, injury prevention.
Yes, injury prevention.
And post-rehabilitation of your injuries, and you kind of help them through this and, bring awareness to how they can prevent those things.
Yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, that's one of the keys because, 30, you're on top of the world. 20, 30, you think you're going to live forever. You can just do whatever you want. And actually, when you are younger, you rehabilitate from injuries easier. But then things change, and then it's not so easy anymore. So what we do with the programs is we really work it from reconstructing the body from the inside out. So the first thing is to think about postural alignment, because posture, the spine, is really the lifeline to your body, okay? This is what holds your body up, and it's also through the spine that the energies, the blood, the neurochemicals and all this is going to flow through the body and reach the brain. So when you have bad posture or when you start having muscular imbalances, that's how you start getting injured. And it produces stagnation in the body. And wherever there's stagnation, there's disease, right? There's a Chinese proverb that says, water that flows doesn't rot. So when you think about it, if we can continue to get the energies and the blood and everything to flow through the body and to reach the brain, it produces regeneration. And this way we can actually create new neurons in the brain. So it's really amazing, but you do really regenerate and you become younger, and it's true. You can actually get younger and pain-free. Because when you give the body what it needs, then the body then has the ability to heal itself.
And not only that, what I love too is you have different videos where people can go and they purchase and learn about feminine body design and the different, I say, trainings and techniques that you're offering as well. So how could they go about finding that and checking it out?
Yeah, that's great. So originally, when I met Dr. Fitness USA 10 years ago, he was only working with people one-on-one. Mm-hmm. It was just one-on-one. You had to be in LA and, to come for a week or whatever to learn the programs. So my dream was to make the programs available to more people. Mm-hmm. So I did, along with his help, and, we created this together, is we were able to put these programs online. Okay. So now we have a whole online coaching system that a person can go to our website, drfitnessusa.com, and doctor is the short version, drfitnessusa.com, and purchase the programs, and then we work with them via Skype or, we long distance. But with this online program, coaching program, we're now able to duplicate the results that we had working with Dr. Fitness USA one-on-one, but online, and now we are obviously able to reach many more people worldwide. We finally were able to take advantage of technology.